Cowboys don't say goodbye. Luke Grimes reacts to the Yellowstone spin-off title. Luke Grimes has officially tipped his hat to the next chapter in his Yellowstone journey. The actor, who's played the brooding yet loyal Case Dutton since the hit drama's first episode, took to Instagram to share his reaction to the upcoming spin-off, currently titled Why. Marshals. The CBS series is slated to premiere in spring 2026 and will see Case trading in his saddle for a badge. Cowboys don't say goodbye, they say see you later, Grimes wrote in the caption of his post, which racked up nearly 79,000 likes in a matter of days. While Yellowstone ended with Season 5, Taylor Sheridan's empire isn't slowing down. In Oi, Marshals Case Dutton leaves the iconic Montana ranch behind to join an elite unit of U.S. Marshals. The twist: he'll combine his cowboy upbringing with Navy SEAL skills to deliver range justice in a lawless part of the West. According to the show's synopsis, Case and his team must juggle duty, family, and the heavy psychological toll of serving as the last line of defense in a violent region. Sounds just like having breakfast with his sister, to be honest. The move marks a shift in tone and structure for the Yellowstone universe. With SEAL Team Spencer Hudnett signed on as showrunner, and Sheridan executive producing alongside David C. Glasser, John Linson, and Art Linson, Marshals is probably going to try and fuse that Yellowstone yeehaw with a bit of SEAL Team 6. That's still up in the air. Paramount Plus is already cooking up a separate spin-off titled Dutton Ranch, which will reunite Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser as Beth and Rip. Whether their storyline intersects with Case's remains to be seen. But with John Dutton, Kevin Costner, gone, the franchise appears to be splitting its focus, following each of his children into new environments. Don't ask about Jamie. For Case fans, this could be a long-awaited spotlight. The Yellowstone mainstay often found himself in the middle of ranch politics, family tragedy, and military flashbacks. Now it looks like Marshals is diving into that third category full-time, exploring the part of Case's past and future that was only ever teased. CBS has yet to confirm a full cast or how Case's wife Monica and their son Tate will fit into the picture, if at all. But with the network's track record for launching successful procedurals, don't be surprised if Marshals gallops out of the gate at full speed. When the title of the long-anticipated Yellowstone spin-off was finally revealed as Cowboys Don't Say Goodbye, fans lit up social media with speculation, emotion, and excitement. But no one's reaction drew more attention than that of Luke Grimes, who plays Case Dutton, the brooding, complex, and fiercely loyal son of John Dutton. For years, Grimes has been the soul of the series' emotional center, and with the flagship show nearing its end, all eyes turned to him for a response. And true to cowboy form, his reaction was as layered and unexpected as a Montana sky. It was early morning in Austin, Texas, where Luke Grimes was performing a set at a local honky-tonk when news of the spin-off title broke. Between rehearsals and coffee, his phone began buzzing like a rattlesnake in a tin can. When asked backstage by a local reporter what he thought of the title, he smiled thoughtfully and said just 5 words. Of course it's that. Perfect. No flourish, no PR-polished monologue. Just a soft nod, as if the title had been buried in his heart all along. Later that afternoon, Grimes took to Instagram with a sepia-toned photo of a pair of weathered cowboy boots slung over a barbed wire fence, captioned simply, "Cowboys don't say goodbye. We just ride toward what matters." The post garnered over 1 million likes in a matter of hours. Fans flooded the comments with their own interpretations of the title, some heartbroken, others hopeful. But what did it mean to Grimes? In an exclusive interview with Big Sky Journal, Grimes expanded on his thoughts. "There's a quiet poetry in the way cowboys carry pain," he said, nursing a black coffee in a modest cafe just outside Bozeman. "They don't talk about it. They don't beg people to stay. They just nod and ride on, hoping someone understands what they're not saying. That's what cowboys don't say goodbye means to me. It's a vow. It's unfinished business. It's knowing you don't need a goodbye to stay connected." Rumors had swirled that Grimes would be leading the spin-off, possibly joined by other Yellowstone veterans. While he didn't confirm, he didn't deny either. Instead, he offered a glimpse into his own cowboy code. Saying goodbye makes it feel like it's over. But these characters, this world, we're not done. Not really. There's more land to ride, more ghosts to face. Sometimes silence is the loudest kind of promise. The spin-off title, reportedly chosen by Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan himself, has sparked a new wave of mythos around the Dutton legacy. Sheridan, known for his cinematic storytelling and deep love of the American West, is believed to have written the title long before the final season of Yellowstone was in the works. A source close to the production revealed Taylor had that title written on a sticky note pinned to his office wall for years. It was a North Star. Every time he felt lost in the writing, he'd look at it. It kept him grounded. Grimes echoed that sentiment, suggesting that the phrase captures not only the spirit of Yellowstone, but also something personal. "My dad used to say that real men don't say goodbye. They say, 'See you soon.' I didn't get it until I played Case. Until I saw how family, land, and duty can tie you to a place even after you leave it." That phrase, it means you never truly ride off. Of course, fans were quick to speculate about which characters might be returning. Would Case be at the center of the new story? Might we see Monica, Tate, or even ghostly echoes of Rip and Beth? Grimes remained tight-lipped on plot, but his eyes danced with something between mischief and melancholy when asked if Case's journey was over. Case's heart is still beating. That's all I'll say. For a man of few words, it spoke volumes. In fan circles, "Cowboys don't say goodbye" has become a kind of rallying cry. Hashtags, tattoos, and even custom leatherwork featuring the phrase have begun circulating online. Etsy shops are flooded with wall art, hats, and mugs, bearing the title in rough-hewn fonts and rustic styles. One fan even carved it into a piece of reclaimed barnwood and mailed it to Paramount Studios. But beyond the merchandise and the theories lies something more profound: the emotional resonance of the phrase. To many, it captures what made Yellowstone more than just a TV show. It was about family you fight with and fight for, about land that bleeds history, about a kind of love that isn't always spoken but never fades. "Cowboys don't say goodbye," Grimes repeated during his Austin show later that week, standing at the microphone before strumming the opening chords to a new ballad. "We just keep riding, toward the light, or into the storm, but we don't stop." The crowd erupted, not just because of the music, but because in that moment, they understood. Yellowstone wasn't ending. It was just changing saddles. So what's next for Luke Grimes and the world Taylor Sheridan built? No one knows for sure. But if the title is any indication, we haven't seen the last of the Duttons, or the dust they kick up. As the sun sets on one chapter and rises on another, fans are left with a title that lingers like a whisper on the wind. Because some stories don't need farewells. They just need a road, a reason, and a cowboy who knows how to keep riding. Because cowboys don't say goodbye.